Thank you. Where's my mother?
Not there?
Mom's always up there. Not here yet. See if she joins us. I'm gonna mute you, Kaylisa.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
What's today? The
Third.
Okay, this is the first time I've
I know. Written 23. I know that's the other.
What? Hey, Celeste, yay!
Not too many people in here today.
How's Miss Worldy?
Make it turn to make you straighter.
This one.
I can lock it. I usually don't, but you can bring your stuff in if that makes you feel more comfortable. I sometimes lock it, but a lot of times I forget, to be honest. Are you off school, Celeste, for the week? That's nice. There's my mama. Hey, mama. I need somebody to star in this. I need somebody to star in the show. Over by my house. Or maybe. Does that bother you? Yay, you are here. Just solo? Oh, no worries.
Who's on vacation, so she didn't
She
realize
is.
it was Tuesday.
She's like, what day is it? Where am I? You can go here. Don't be afraid. I just put that in. Yeah, just you're the star, Laura. Okay. It's okay. Sophia can act her age like once in a while, you know? She's a very disciplined person. Okay. Okay, friends. This is a super different crowd than my regular Tuesday, Thursday. So I'm glad you guys showed up. I guess everyone's a little off, you know, with the new year and the snow, all the things. Let's see. Quick announcements. I have two breath work classes this week. Frequency is on Saturday, but it's already sold out. And then I have tomorrow night, I do an ex-Mormon breathwork class. So specifically for people who have left the Mormon church. Doesn't have to be a recent thing, but if that's ever been a part of your life and it is no longer, it's the exact same as my other breathwork classes. It's just a safe space to, at the end, we share sometimes, and sometimes people share things that if you were never part of the Mormon church, you would just not understand. So that's the only reason why it's ex-Mormon. So if you know anybody or if you are interested, then I would love to have you or send people my way. That's tomorrow night, 7 p.m. here in this space. And then I'm also doing a Zoom breathwork series that's Tuesday nights at 7:30 p.m. It's usually going to be the first Tuesday of every month. On occasion, I'm gone. So in those cases, it will be either the second or the third Tuesday. But it's breath work focusing on the chakras. So we'll start with the root chakra and work our way up. There's 7 classes, there's 7 chakras. I studied the chakras with yoga for years and years and years. And I thought they were cool, but I never really kind of connected with them. And then probably in the last, 3 or 4 years, I've kind of found my own, I've embodied the chakras in a way that feels like, okay, now I can teach about them from here rather than just from all the information I've gathered. But I feel like I've studied enough to teach them and to share them. And I love the combination of chakra work with breath work. And I also will bring in some inner child work. It just gives us more to kind of go inward and feel, really. And that's all breath work is going into the body and feeling what's there, feeling maybe things that have been suppressed or repressed for years and years and years, and you didn't even know it. So if you're interested in that, it's tonight, 7:30. Venmo me $25. It's $25 a session or $150 for all of them. And I'll send you the Zoom info if you want to join. Okay. Any questions? Cool. Okay. Let's just do the yoga. So go ahead and find a comfortable seat if you're not already there. If you're laying down and you feel really comfortable, you can stay there. So take a moment and just move your body a little bit, kind of get your wiggles out, get a little bit of physical feedback. And then as you are ready, settle into stillness. So either seated meditation or, excuse me, if you're really comfortable lying down on your back, you want to do that instead, that's fine. So eventually just close your eyes and rest your hands somewhere intentionally. So maybe you just want to let your hands rest in your lap. You might bring your hands to your heart, or even one hand to your heart space, one hand to your belly. Now let's start with just 3 great big deep breaths. So next time you inhale, very intentionally, fill up as big as you can. And when you think you are full, see if you can even sip in just a little bit more at the top. And when you're ready, big open mouth sigh, let it go. Ah, yeah. Just like that again. Inhale, fill up. Take that moment, pause in fullness. Feel this breath inside of you. Let it circulate around. Maybe sip in a little extra. And then open your mouth and big sigh, release. Ah. One more time. So biggest inhale you've taken all morning long. Hold in fullness. And keep holding the breath. See if you can relax around your held breath. And then when you're ready, big sigh, let it go. Ah. Good. Seal your lips now. And begin to drop into your Ujjayi breath. So in and out through your nose by way of the back of your throat. See if you can start to hear your breath as it flows through you. So not just feel it, but also hear it. Sounds like a gentle whisper noise or an oceanic sound. And take as much time as you want, just sitting, breathing, and observing how you are. When you feel ready to add some movement, maybe you want to start from where you are at, just moving a little through your arms or your upper body. In your next few rounds of breath, so take your time, no rush whatsoever, but eventually transition to hands and knees, tabletop position, and start to explore your own movement from there. So once you're on your hands and your knees, again, no rush, but you might move through some cat cows. You might start to circle your hips around. Maybe you even just want to sit back into a child's pose and give yourself a moment to rest there, to ground, to breathe. So make these first few moments just for you. Let go of how you look. Let go of how anybody else in this space looks, and just focus on what you feel. So from the inside out rather than the outside in. You put your awareness in your spine, in your hips, and your shoulders, even your hands and your fingers. What do you notice? And is there a way you can start to create more space on the inside? So use your big deep breaths, use your awareness, rather than avoiding the places that feel tight or tender or stiff or sore. Get curious about them. Move maybe back and forth gently. Send your breath into those tight spaces. So make this feel good in your body, or just feel like an exploration of your body, of your inner world, your inner space. As you feel ready, we will eventually meet back in a downward facing dog. So no hurry, just in your next few breaths, start a transition back to down dog. And if there's any way in which you'd like to transition, any movements you want to take to get there, go for it. Nice job, everybody. Once you are back in your down dog, keep exploring, keep moving around, just curious about what's present for you today. So even if this is a pose you've been in hundreds or thousands of times in your life, how does it feel this morning? How does your body feel this morning? How can you be more efficient? Can you spread your fingers perhaps a little wider? Push into the ground with the pads of your fingertips. Can you find more space in your shoulders? More strength in your shoulders even? Can you feel a connection to your center? So if it helps to bend your knees as you work the length from your fingertips up to your sit bones, bend your knees. If it feels good to pedal out your heels or to work your heels closer to the ground, go for it. Sometimes I even like to pick up my toes. So I can't touch my heels down, but I can still pick my toes up and spread them apart. You might notice as you do that, you feel more of a stretch down the backs of your legs. Sometimes people rock onto the outer edges of their feet in down dog. So make sure you're not rocking to the outer edges, but you're still rooted through your big toe mounts. See if you can really find that lift that comes from your center. So that connection to your center. I always talk about an invisible rope attached to your belly button. So imagine there's a rope. It's attached to your belly button. It's pulling up towards the ceiling. It's tugging towards the top corner of the back wall. You guys look so good. Nice poses. Take one more huge inhalation into your own down dog. And then as you exhale, gaze to the top of your mat, and however you want to get there, forward fold. Pause for just a moment and be in your fold wherever you want to go. So maybe a rag doll, maybe hands behind your head, interlace your fingers, or maybe even hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. So just take a moment. Little or big bend in your knees is perfectly fine. See if you can keep your weight just slightly forward. So more in your toes and the balls of your feet, less in your heels. And then focus on lifting your butt as high as you can. That invisible rope, it's still there. It's still attached to your belly button, and it's pulling now just straight up towards the sky. So lift your butt higher and let the crown of your head get a little closer to the ground. You can sway, you can bob, you can walk your hands to one side and then the other. See if you can feel your big deep breaths in your back body. Soft face, relax your neck. One more round where you're at. Next time you inhale, find your halfway lift position. So spine nice and long, parallel to the ground. Beautiful. Exhale, release, and fold all the way to empty. Do that one more time. These two poses should feel very different. So halfway lift, top of your head reaches forward. See if you can broaden your sit bones as you press back through the tops of your thighs. Exhale, fold, let it go. Now this time, come through your halfway lift and keep rising. Lead with your heart all the way up, arms to the sky. Hands to heart center as you exhale. Moving with your breath for a moment, high mountain, breathe in and stretch. Take your swan dive down, so heart leads, stick your butt out behind you, then let it all go. Beautiful. Inhale to a halfway lift position. So feel the strength and length in your back body. Good. Exhale, fold, release. All the way to empty in your breath. Lead with your heart, rise to stand. Take it all the way up, arms reach. Hands to heart center, exhale. Let's do that one more time. It's a meditation in motion. Move with your breath. Inhale, high mountain. Maybe try closing your eyes as you slowly dive down. See if you can take the entire length of your exhale to fold in. Good. Excuse me, halfway lift. Breathe in and lengthen. Exhale, bow and fold. From the press of your feet, lead with your heart. Take it all the way up. Arms to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, reconnect with you. Hands to heart center. All right, friends, this time inhale, take your arms to the sky. Let's take a side body stretch. Grab your left wrist with your right hand. Turn your left palm towards the right side of the room. And then up and over to the right, hips to the left. So more weight in your left foot. Stay rooted through the inner edge of your left foot. If you want, you can reach your right tiptoes out to the right. Keep them really light on the ground. Make sure your left shoulder is back and down so it's plugged into the socket. And then gently tug, gently pull with your right arm, but resist with your left. Nice, Laura. Breathe into your left rib cage, your left waistline. See if you can increase that space there. Take one more round. Good work. As you inhale, back to center, both feet on the ground. Switch your grip. So grab your right wrist, your right palm faces towards the windows, and then up and over to the other side. Make a crescent moon shape with your body. So if you try to create this pose just with your upper body, you're really limited in your range of motion. So make it start all the way down at your feet, right foot roots down, hips reach towards the right side of the room as you pull your upper body to the left. Yeah, right shoulder plugged in, keep it back and down. And then can you breathe even bigger into your right side? Create length with your big deep breaths. One more round. Nice job, friends. Inhale, come back to center, release your grip. Exhale, let's just take a baby back bend. So cactus your arms, squeeze the bottom tips of your shoulder blades, puff up through your heart, lift your gaze. Inhale, re-extend, realign. So see if you can feel neutral. And then as you exhale, heart leads, swan dive all the way down into your fold. With your inhale, halfway lift, so feel into the length. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands this time, feet to the back of your yoga mat, plank position. So spread your fingers really wide, push the ground away, take an inhale, and then as you exhale, just lift your hips and press them back, downward facing dog. It's like that rope pulls up and tugs back. Good, inhale, rock forward to high plank once again. You might even come way forward to your tippy toes, and then exhale from your center, lift your hips, press them back, down dog. This time we're gonna add a push-up. Inhale, rock forward, high plank. You can come to your knees if you wanna modify. Exhale, lower halfway down, strong arms, strong belly. Inhale, push back up, high plank. Exhale takes you back, downward facing dog, stretch it out. One more time like that. Inhale, rock forward, top of a push-up. Exhale, lower halfway down, strong through your arms, don't let your hips drop. Inhale, push up. Good, and exhale back to your down dog. This time, come forward to your high plank. As you exhale, as slow as you can, lower all the way to your belly. Nice width. Find a back bend variation of your choice. So maybe baby cobra, maybe Spider-Man cobra, up dog, sphinx, whatever you'd like. Give yourself a moment to work that opening in your front body. And then as you're ready, downward facing dog. However you want to transition, just do it with awareness. Once you're back in your dog pose, big deep breaths. Give yourself about 5 rounds in down dog. Of course, you are welcome to explore movements or just find stillness through your outer body. There's a million little movements happening inside of you. There's a million little micro adjustments you can make. I won't even be able to see them probably if I'm looking at you, but you feel them on the inside. So keep exploring, keep getting curious. What is there to notice? Is there a way you can create more space? Is there a way you can hold yourself with more efficiency? Is there a way you can breathe into those tight spaces? Make your breath bigger. Really nice, you guys. Soften through your face, soften through your outer shell. So yes, there's a lot of strength work happening in down dog, as there should be. Can you still find a little bit of softness, a little bit of sweetness around it? Nice, Pam. Take one more big inhalation into your down dog. As you exhale, gaze to the top of your mat, and however you want to get there, forward fold. Once you've arrived, find your spinal extension, halfway lift position. And exhale, bow, let it go all the way to empty in your breath. And from the press of your feet, lead with your heart, reverse swan dive, take it all the way up, arms reach. Hands to heart center as you exhale. All right, inhale, take your arms up. Grab your left wrist with your right hand. So you can absolutely do the same thing we did before, or this time if you want, option to add some legs. So you'll take your left leg back and off the right side of your yoga mat, like a little diagonal lunge. Bend your knees like a curtsy squat. See if you can keep your hips square as you lift your left side up and over towards the right side of the room. So lengthen through your left side body. Make sure you're not just collapsing into your right side, but you feel strength there. Pull your right hip back and your left hip forward if you're in the leg variation. Yes, you guys look so good. Nice, Mikkel. See if you can find more space in your left side. Breathe into it. Beautiful, Celeste. As you inhale, let's come back to center. So both feet on your mat for a moment. Switch your grip. Other side. So right toes off the left side of your yoga mat. Bend your knees. Pull your upper body towards the windows. So front knee bends a lot. Back knee bends maybe just a little bit. Feel that length from your right foot behind you all the way up through your right side body. Yeah, nice job. Square off your hips. Keep your right shoulder back and down. Keep it plugged in. Take one more round. Inhale, back to your mat. Both feet on the ground, both arms to the sky. Baby back bend as you exhale. Cactus your arms. Open your heart. Make it come from your mid and your upper back, less from your low back. Inhale, re-extend. Now listen as you exhale, chair plane. So bend your knees, swing your arms behind you as you sit low. Keep your heart lifted so you're not rounding and looking at the ground. You're in a cobra pose with your heart, gaze slightly forward. See if you can feel your back muscles hover around your spine, your shoulder blades squeeze your spine. Yeah, stay where you're at. Or if you'd like a balance challenge, rock up onto your tiptoes. So lift your heels really high. Yeah, if you can lift your heels up, then see if you can bend your knees more. Let your butt get lower. So higher your heels get, lower your butt goes. Take one more round. Beautiful. Stay on your tiptoes if you want. Inhale, high mountain all the way up as tall as you can grow. Maybe stay on your tiptoes as you dive down. So balance challenge, slowly forward fold. Nice, Celeste. With your inhale, heels on the ground, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, feet to the back of your mat, vinyasa however you would like. See you back in down dog, Shannon. So you can add or subtract, you can skip it all together. Downward facing dog, Ujjayi breath as you are ready. Awesome, Pam. All right. From your down dog, take your right leg to the sky. Go ahead and do whatever you want today. So if you want to open your hip or roll out your ankle or even explore some circles with your right leg or your right knee, feel free. If you want to just keep your right leg straight, strong, and powerful, breathe all the way up into your right toes. Perfect. So feeling into your three-legged dog on this side. Feel the connection of your fingers to the ground. The connection of your center, so navel to spine. See if you can feel that, especially at the end of every exhale. Good poses. Take one more in breath and see if you can lift your right leg even higher. Make it long, strong, and powerful. Exhale, right knee to your nose. So scoop out your belly, round your spine. Stay here as you breathe in, shoulders over wrist, push the ground away. Nice, Ellie, and then step through softly, low lunge. Give yourself just a couple breaths or so to move your legs however you want. So maybe you bring your back knee down, maybe you straighten your front leg, maybe you open your front hip, whatever feels good. And then when you are ready, rise up to crescent lunge. So front knee over front ankle. Awesome, Laura. High on the ball of your back foot. The stability comes by hugging towards midline. So rather than just plopping into it as deep as you can, find that balance of stability as you stretch. So you're plugging the femur bones into the hip sockets. Front hip pulls back hip pulls forward. Yeah, you guys look so awesome. Low belly tone, so navel to spine connection. See if you can feel your low back lengthen a little more support there. Lift through your heart, maybe even lift through your gaze. Reach through your fingertips. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, cactus your arms, bend your back knee to a hover. You're in a turbo lunge. You can modify by bringing your back knee down at any time. You can take it further by adding a little back bend. So squeeze the bottom tips of your shoulder blades from your mid and your upper back, curl open. Imagine you're trying to pull your backside forward. Take one more breath. Beautiful poses. Inhale back to crescent lunge. Reach your arms up. And if you want, you can straighten both legs. Squeeze through your front thigh. Exhale, bring your hands to the ground. Step into your front foot and float your back leg to the sky for standing splits. So just a one-legged forward fold. I do not care if your hips are open or if your hips are square, just as long as you're being intentional about it. If there's a way you want to play or explore in this pose, feel free. Maybe right hand behind right ankle, forearm behind calf, elbow behind knee. Maybe handstand hops. Maybe you want to modify and take a pyramid pose instead. That's fine with me. So you do you. Make this pose work for your body. Be there fully wherever you've chosen to go with it. You are all the way in. Take one more big inhale. Maybe lift your left tip toes a little higher. Maybe even spread them. As you exhale, left foot to the top of your mat, forward fold. You can give your right leg a little shake out if that would feel good. Bring your big toes to touch, a little gap in between your heels. Tuck and curl, so tiny little potato bug ball. Butt towards the ground, nose towards your knees. You can intentionally try to press your heels down. That works your ankle flexibility. Or you can intentionally try to lift your heels up high. Higher your heels get, lower your butt goes. Maybe wrap your arms around your shins and give yourself a squeeze. So get as small and as compact as you can with each exhale. As you inhale, see if you can feel a stretch in your back ribs. Take one more round of breath. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. So heels down, stick your butt out, reach the top of your head forward. If you want, you can widen your stance. Exhale, bow and fold. Root through your feet and rise all the way to stand. Arms to the sky, high mountain. Pause right here. Root down into your right foot. Float your left knee up, standing staff. So balancing on your right foot, hug in with your inner thighs and activate your left toes. So flex your toes back towards your shin. Active weight is a lot easier and a lot lighter to hold. Beautiful, friends. Take one more inhale, reach up, and if you want, you can even extend your left leg forward. As you exhale, slow motion, low lunge. See if you can touch fingertips and toes down at the exact same time. So left toes all the way to the back of your mat. Once you land in your low lunge, you can take a moment, and if you need to adjust your legs, we'll twist right arm to the sky. So open up through the right side of your heart. Reach up through your right fingertips. Maybe even gaze up at your right hand. Yeah, left hand can be on a block, or personally, I just lift up to my left fingertips. Back knee can come down to modify. Otherwise, your back knee is lifted and your back leg is really strong. Imagine you're trying to drag your front hip towards the back of the room, but at the same time, your right knee is magnetized to your left armpit. Breathe down into your belly. Use your exhale to twist just a little bit further. One more big round of breath. Good work. End of your exhale, let it go. Walk your hands over to the left long edge of your mat. Parallel your feet, straighten out your legs. Inhale to a halfway lift. If you want to play, maybe you add some arms. You can reach your arms out to the sides like a big wingspan. Or you can reach your arms forward for a challenge. Whenever you're ready, either fold or explore in your own way, anywhere you want to go. Good. Nice poses, everybody. So just like in our regular forward fold, try not to rock back into your heels. Keep your weight just slightly forward, more in your toes and the balls of your feet. Butt towards the sky, crown towards the ground to work your fold. Couple more rounds of breath. Wherever you are at, be there fully. Feel everything there is to feel in your body in this moment. No judgment, just observation. Good work. Next time you breathe in, come back to a halfway lift. Fingertips on the ground. So bend your knees if needed. Crawl your hands to the top of your space. Rotate your toes to face forward. You're back in a low lunge. Now listen, three-legged down dog. So you're going to take your right leg all the way up and back. Breathe in. You can either exhale to down dog or exhale rock forward, three-legged plank, or feel free to modify lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, peel your heart open. Feel free to take an extra breath or two if you want. And then downward facing dog as you are ready. Take it back, find your breath. Good job, friend. Maybe you notice right side versus left side. Maybe you pedal out your heels. Maybe you give yourself a big open mouth sigh. With your next inhalation, left leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Go ahead, anywhere you want to take it on this side. So if you do want to open your hip or roll out your ankle or circle through your knee or your leg, feel free. Nice switch. Just be intentional, be mindful. So you're never just throwing yourself into a position. You're moving into every position slowly and mindfully with awareness, feeling what's there, responding to it. Next time you inhale, left leg long, strong, and powerful, maybe even spread through your toes. Exhale, left knee to your nose. So round your back, shoulders over wrist. Stay here as you breathe in. You should be on your back, tippy toes. Nice, Mikkel, and then step forward softly. Low lunge. Give yourself a moment to feel around, to stretch your legs in any way you want. And then crescent lunge is where we're headed. So when you're ready, you can start your transition. Rise up. Shannon, settle in. So crescent lunge, commit to the pose fully, hips square. That means your back toes face directly forward. You're high on the ball of your back foot. You've got a lot of space in between your feet. You've got a nice long stance, but then you're hugging in towards midline. You're finding that stability to support your flexibility, your mobility. So left hip pulls back, right hip pulls forward, navel to spine connection, lift your heart, maybe lift your gaze. One more in breath. As you exhale, turbo lunge, bend your back knee to a hover, cactus your arms. This can be where you stay. To modify, back knee can come down. If you want more, start to work your back bend. Rather than just leaning back, curl open, make it come from the middle of your spine. Yes, nice, Pam. Bottom tips of shoulder blades squeeze, heart lifts. Take one more round. Good. Inhale back to crescent. Reach up. Option to straighten your front leg. Squeeze through your front thigh. Exhale, bring your hands to your mat or fingertips to the ground. Root into your left foot. Float your right leg to the sky. Standing splits. So right leg reaches up. You choose hips square or hips open. Just be intentional. Hug in with your left inner thigh, lift from your center. If you'd rather, you can take a pyramid pose as a modification. If you want to play with balance, play with hops, play with anything at all, go for it. Make it your own. So feel your body in this pose. Feel your breath moving through you all the way up into your right toes. Good. See if you can soften your face. Relax your neck, unclench your jaw. One more big inhale. Nice, Ellie. As you exhale, right foot comes down next to left, top of your space, forward fold. You can give your left leg a little shake out if you want. As you're ready, big toes touch, little gap in between your heels, tiny little potato bug ball. So get small. Again, you have the choice to intentionally press heels down or intentionally lift heels high. Imagine you're trying to fit your body into a little tiny egg. So get as small and as compact as you can. Breathe into your back ribs. See if you can feel those muscles in between your ribs. Stretch as you breathe in. All the way to emptiness as you exhale. Take one more round. Halfway lift, inhale, heels down, spine long. So realign, you can widen your stance if you want to. Exhale, fold, let it go. Root through your feet, all the way up, arms to the sky, high mountain. Pause right here. All of your weight comes into your left foot, lift your right knee for standing staff. Flex through your right toes, hug in with your inner thighs, nice width. So make your right leg really easy to hold by engaging all the little muscles in your right leg and your right foot. Take one more inhale, like you're moving through honey or molasses, slow motion, low lunge. See if you can touch fingers and toes down at the exact same time. Once you have landed, if you need to adjust your legs, adjust. And then we've got a twist, left arm to the sky when you're ready. Open up towards the left side of the room. Open up through your the left side of your heart space. Maybe even gaze up at your left fingertips. Back leg strong. Imagine you're trying to drag your front hip back towards the back wall. But at the same time, your left knee is magnetized to your right armpit. So breathe down into your belly. As you exhale, pull your belly button back away from your thighs. See if you can twist a little bit further from the inside. One last round of breath. Beautiful poses. End of your exhale, unwind. Walk your hands to the right long edge of your yoga mat. Parallel your feet, straighten out your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Add arms if you want. Hang out for a moment if you want. When you're ready, either, nice Laura, fold or explore. Anywhere you want to take it on this side. Just big, intentional breaths. Soft face. Unclench your jaw, loosen up through your eyebrows, your forehead. If you want, open mouth sigh. Take one more round, finish working if you're exploring. And then next inhale, halfway lift, fingertips on the ground. Feel free to bend your knees a lot if needed. Walk your hands to the top of your space and rotate your toes to face forward. From your low lunge, inhale into your three-legged dog, so left leg to the sky. Exhale straight to down dog or rock forward, your variation of plank to chaturanga. Inhale to lift your heart, back bend of your choice. Downward facing dog, or if you'd rather, take a child's pose. Give yourself a moment to rest. So a few big deep breaths. Notice how you feel. Notice all the energy running through your body. If your breath is sped up, see if you can slow it down. So keep it steady, smooth, spacious. We'll go through that entire sequence, one breath, one movement. It doesn't mean we speed through it mindlessly with momentum. It means we move really slowly, really intentionally with our big, huge, deep breaths, even paying attention for the transition, staying present as we transition from pose to pose. If at any point you want to take a little break, you want to do your own thing, please feel free. This is your practice, so always listen to your body first. If you are coming with me, downward facing dog, Ujjayi breath. Great big inhale into your down dog. Exhale, look to the top of your space, step or float, top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen through your spine and the back of your neck. Exhale, let it go all the way to emptying your breath. Use that navel to spine connection. Rise all the way up, arms to the sky, big stretch. Hands to heart as you exhale. All right, here we go. Breath to movement. Inhale, reach up, grab your left wrist with your right hand. Exhale, side body stretch to the right. Legs are optional. Left foot steps to the right if you'd like. Inhale back through center. Switch your grip. Other side as you exhale. So to the left. Keep your hips square if you're adding the legs. Inhale back to center. And then baby back bend. Cactus your arms. Make it come from your mid and your upper back. Navel to spine to protect your low back. Inhale, re-extend, realign. And then exhale, yogi's choice, chair plane or drinking bird. So swing your arms back, maybe float to tiptoes. Nice width. Stay on your tiptoes. If you want, high mountain, as tall as you can grow. You're balancing, squeeze the fronts of your thighs. Maybe stay on your tiptoes, swan dive down. Awesome. Nice, Celeste. As you inhale, heels on the ground, halfway lift. How much length can you create? Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. See if you can keep that exhale going. Chaturanga, lower down. Inhale, peel your heart open. Keep your shoulders down and back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, take your right leg to the sky, strong and powerful. Use your core strength as soft as you can. Exhale, step your right foot forward, low lunge. Rise with your in-breath, strong foundation. Lift your heart, lift your gaze, breathe in. Exhale, turbo lunge. Bend your elbows, bend your back knee, maybe add a little back bend. Beautiful, Shannon. Inhale, back to crescent. Option to straighten your front leg, squeeze your front thigh. Nice, Pam. Exhale, hands to the earth. Root into your front foot. Inhale, standing splits. Left leg floats high. Exhale, straight into your little tiny potato bug ball. So step down and get as small as you can. Empty out in your breath. Inhale, halfway lift position. You can widen your stance if you want to. Exhale, bow and fold. Root through your feet, take it all the way to stand, arms reach up, left knee lifts. You can extend your left leg if you want to. As you exhale, low lunge, slowly and intentionally. Left toes to the back of your mat, hands frame your front foot. Inhale, right arm to the sky for your twist, open up. Exhale, let that go. Walk your hands to the left long edge of your yoga mat. Parallel your feet, straighten your legs. Halfway lift, breathe in and lengthen. Exhale, fold all the way to empty. Dive as deep as you can. Inhale, back to a halfway lift, fingertips on the ground. Exhale, crawl your hands forward, rotate your toes forward. With your inhale, three-legged down dog, right leg to the sky, stretch it out. Exhale, either straight to down dog or rock forward, plank to chaturanga, modify if you want. Heart lifts as you breathe in, shoulders stay down, away from your ears. Hips lift, breathe out. Beautiful, friends. Inhale, take your left leg to the sky, strong and powerful. Now slowly and softly exhale, left foot steps forward, low lunge. Nice, Ellie. Rise as you breathe in, crescent lunge. Legs are your strong foundation. Beautiful. Turbo lunge, cactus your arms, bend your back knee, optional back bend if you want it. Make it come from mid and upper back. Inhale, back to crescent, reach up, option to straighten your front leg. Press through your front foot. Exhale, hands to the earth slowly. You're not in a hurry. Inhale, float your back leg high, standing splits. Maybe even spread through your toes. And exhale, straight into your little tiny potato bug ball, as small as you can get all the way, emptying your breath. Good. Inhale, back to a halfway lift position. Nice and long through your spine. Stick your butt out. Exhale, fold, let it go. Root through your feet all the way to stand, arms reach up, right knee lifts. You can extend your right leg if you want to. Exhale, low lunge, slowly, intentionally, fingers and toes touch at the same time if possible. Inhale, twist, left arm to the sky, follow with your gaze. Beautiful, Mikkel. And exhale, let it go. Walk your hands over to the right long edge of your mat, wide-legged straddle position. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold all the way to empty. Dive as deep as you can. Crown towards the ground, butt towards the sky, navel to spine. Halfway lift, fingertips down this time. Bend your knees if needed. Exhale, walk your hands forward, rotate toes forward, low lunge. Breathe in, three-legged dog, left leg back and up. Exhale, down dog or vinyasa. Rock forward, plank to chaturanga. Heart lifts. And downward facing dog. Give yourself just a moment if you want. A couple of big open mouth sighs. Yeah, we'll go through that flow one more time. This time, listen carefully. I'm going to add just a few small changes. Again, take what works for you, leave the rest behind. If you're coming with me, one more inhale into your dog pose. Exhale, look to the top of your mat, step or float, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift position. How much length can you create? Really stick your butt out, broaden your sit bones. Exhale, fold in. Root through your feet, rise up. Arms reach, big full body stretch. Hands to heart, exhale. All right, last round. Inhale, reach up, grab your left wrist. Side body stretch to the right, add the legs if you'd like. Back to center with your inhale, switch your grip. Other side as you exhale, up and then over. Back to center, breathe in. Baby back bend as you exhale, navel to spine, curl open. Breathe in, realign, reach up. Exhale, chair plane or drinking bird. So swing your arms back, maybe lift your heels. Maybe keep your heels lifted, high mountain, as tall as you can possibly grow. Maybe stay on your tiptoes as you slowly dive down. Lead with your heart. Beautiful, forward fold. Nice, Laura. Heels on the ground, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. Keep that exhale going as you lower through chaturanga. You can even hold empty if needed. Inhale, lift your hearts. Nice way. Exhale, lift your hips. Listen carefully. Inhale, right leg to the sky. You can hold here if you'd like, or exhale, right knee, left elbow. Get as close as you can. Little twists. Very nice. Inhale, three-legged dog. Stretch it out. Exhale, right knee, right elbow, or aim for your armpit. Get as high as you can. Yes, inhale, three-legged. And last one, knee to your nose and step forward softly. Root to rise. Inhale, crescent lunge, strong legs. Exhale, turbo lunge. Bend your elbows, bend your back knee. Optional back bend if you want. Good job. Inhale, back to crescent. Maybe straighten your front leg. Exhale, hands to the earth. Root through your front foot, standing splits. We're gonna pause in our standing splits. Option to open up into half moon. So if you would like, reach your right hand forward a bit, maybe left hand to left hip as you peel your hips open. Left hip stacks on top of right. Yeah, left arm to the sky. If the bind, half bow variation is in your practice, you wanna go there, feel free. You've got about 2 or 3 more rounds. Working your pose with your breath. Yes. If you're in half moon, see if you can make your back leg really strong. It's like you're stomping your back foot on the back wall. Take one more big inhale. Exhale, tiny little potato bug ball, nice and easy. All the way to empty with your breath. Halfway lift, inhale, realign your spine. Exhale, bow and fold. Root through your feet, take it all the way to stand, arms reach up. Lift your left knee up. Listen here, we're gonna pause. Twist, right hand to the outside of your left knee. Left hand either can reach back or left hand to your sacrum. Hug in with your inner thighs, work your twist from your center. If you wanna go for hand to big toe pose, feel free. So you can grab your left foot with your right hand. I like the outer edge. You can go for peace fingers around big toe and start to extend your left leg forward. Good. Only extend as much as you can without rounding through your spine. Wherever you are at, one more full round of breath. See if you can stay balanced on your right foot, back to a standing staff position. Inhale. Arms to the sky. Maybe you extend your left leg. Exhale, low lunge, slowly, intentionally, soft landing if possible. Twist, breathe in, right arm to the sky, open up. Exhale, unwind, hands to the left, long edge of your yoga mat, parallel your feet, straighten out your legs. Halfway lift, breathe in, add arms if you want. Nice, Mikkel, and then fold, exhale, all the way to empty. Back to your halfway lift, this time fingertips down. Exhale, spider crawl your hands to the top of your mat, rotate your toes forward. Inhale, three-legged down dog. Now listen, pause in your three-legged dog. Everybody open your hips. So bend your right knee, stack right hip on top of left. Perfect, you can stay here or option to flip your dog if you'd like. Right foot comes down behind you, nice and easy. Yes, lift your heart, lift your hips. If there's a mirror on this front wall, you want to look at yourself in that mirror. Back muscles hug around your spine. One more round. Beautiful. Come back. Three-legged down dog or regular down dog. You choose. Inhale, rock forward, high plank. Feel free to hover your right leg. Exhale, chaturanga. Lift your heart as you breathe in. Lift your hips, breathe out. We've got one more side. Inhale your left leg to the sky. Hang out or exhale, left knee, right elbow. Push the ground away. Use your obliques, navel to spine. Inhale, back up, nice left, stretch it out. Left to left, aim high, aim for your armpit, push the ground away. Inhale, three-legged, nice work. Exhale, last one, knee to your nose, and then step through softly. Rise, crescent lunge, breathe in, lift your heart, lift your gaze. One more turbo lunge, cactus your arms, bend your back knee, maybe little back bend. Inhale, back to crescent, option to straighten your front leg, squeeze through your inner thighs, squeeze your front thigh. Exhale, hands come down. Front foot roots down, back leg floats up, standing splits. You can stay in standing splits, or now is your time to open for balancing half moon. So left hand forward a bit, maybe right hand to right hip as you peel your hips open. Nice, Shannon. Back leg is strong. It's like you are karate kicking with your back leg. And it got frozen in space. Beautiful, Wit. Your right arm can reach up. If you want to go for the bind, Ardha Chandra Chapasana, feel free. So your pose, your expression of the pose, your exploration of the pose. How does it feel in your body in this moment? Take one more big inhale, maybe lift your back leg higher. And then exhale, tiny little potato bug ball, nice and easy. Get small, empty out. Good work. Halfway lift, realign, breathe in. Exhale, bow, fold. Root through your feet all the way to stand. Arms reach up, right knee lifts up, standing staff. Pause and hold. We will twist to the right. So left hand outside of right knee or thigh. Right hand can reach back or right hand to your low back. You can use that as a little bit of leverage. Twist from your center. So stay broad through your shoulders and collarbones. Maybe you even gaze back at your right fingertips. If you want, hand to big toe pose, grab your right foot and start to extend your right leg. Only as much as you can without rounding your spine. Take one more round of breath, your pose. Nice, Ellie. See if you can stay balanced on your left leg and slowly unwind to your standing staff. Breathe in, maybe extend your right leg. Exhale, low lunge, soft landing if possible. Inhale to twist, left arm to the sky, last time. Exhale, unwind, wide-legged straddle position, hands to the right long edge of your mat, parallel your feet. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, fold deeply all the way to empty in your breath. Back to a halfway lift, fingertips down. And with your exhale, crawl your hands forward, rotate your toes forward. Three-legged down dog, left leg to the sky. Pause here and open your left hip. So peel it open, stack left hip on top of right. Stay here or option to flip your dog. Left foot comes down, nice and easy. Lift your heart, lift your hips, back muscles strong. Beautiful, couple more breaths. And then you choose back to a regular down dog, or if you want a three-legged dog. Inhale, forward, high plank, option to hover your left leg if you want. With your exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, lift your heart. And wherever you want to go, child's pose, hero's pose. If down dog sounds good, go for it. Just give yourself a moment to rest, to feel your body, feel your breath. Just feel whatever's flowing through. No judgment, just observation. So feel yourself as this wide open space just for energy to move through. You just observe, you just witness. Anytime you want, sigh it out your mouth. Good job, friends. Take about 2 more rounds of breath in your resting pose. And then downward facing dog. All right. Inhale your right leg to the sky. And guess what? Pigeon pose with your exhale. Bring your right shin forward, set your body down gently. If you would rather take this on your back or in a seat for whatever reason, always feel free in my class to do what you need to do. So if you're in regular pigeon, set yourself up with integrity, with strength and structure. So rather than feeling like you're trying to press your hips to the ground, same as you would in crescent lunge, hug in, pull your front hip back, back hip forward, plug the femur bones into the hip sockets, then start your bow forward. Good job. So your expression of this pose, about 5 to 7 really big, deep breaths. Rather than wandering off somewhere else, see if you can stay here, even if it's uncomfortable, even if it's a lot of sensation. Can you just stay in your body? Can you just allow whatever's there to be felt fully? Breathe into the tight spaces, the hard edges. Open mouth size at any time, about 3 or 4 more rounds. All right, one last huge breath. So great big inhale, and if you want, great big open mouth sigh. Start to lift your upper body. We're going to meet in a seated position. So if you're in regular pigeon, ease your way onto your right butt cheek, let your hips open, swing your left leg around. Everybody sitting up with your legs out in front of you. Give your legs a little shake out. And then keep your left leg extended and bring the sole of your right foot to your left inner thigh. Open up towards the right side of the room. So you're not trying to square your hips towards your extended leg. You're allowing your body to open to the right. Yeah. Press your foot into your leg into your foot, and sit up really tall. Left hand to your left thigh, right arm to the sky. Reach up as high as you can, get as long as you can. Great big inhale. And then as you exhale, up and over towards the front of the room. Left hand slides down your leg as you reach forward. So I like to bring my left forearm to the inside of my left leg, and I use it to press my arm into leg into arm, and let my heart open a little more. If it's available, you can grab your big toe with your peace fingers, but make sure your bicep stays next to your ear rather than in front of your face. Beautiful, you guys. Really nice. Press your foot into your leg back into your foot. Breathe into your right side. Great big spacious breath. Reach through your fingertips. One more round. Good work. Next time you inhale, lift your upper body and lift your arms up. As you exhale, right hand comes down behind you. Fingers face away. Press into your right hand. Lift your hips. As you lift your hips, you can root through your left foot. Left arm reaches back. This is like a modified side plank, or turn it into a modified wild thing. Let your heart rotate towards the sky. So just lots of length, lots of space. Let's take a huge inhale, hold at the top. And then lion's breath for your exhale. Stick out your tongue, cross your eyes. Ha. Good. Now sit bones to the ground. We are going to fold forward. So as you bring your sit bones down, I think of it as a ninja move. I swing my left arm around and bring my right arm forward to grab hold of my left leg. Yeah. So right hand might grab your left foot or maybe your ankle. I use my left hand behind me to kind of propel my upper body forward. Think of pulling your left butt cheek back. Lengthen through your low spine, forehead towards your shin, nose towards your knee. Couple more rounds of breath. Use your exhale to go deeper. So navel to spine, fold a little further. Really nice, friends. End of your next exhalation, just slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. Once you lift your head, you can bring your hands behind you, take both legs out in front of you, give them a little shake. Couple of rounds of seated windshield wiper. So feet on the ground with your knees bent, feet mat width distance apart, side to side with your knees. And then after a couple of rounds, if you know you're gonna take pigeon on your back, you can just roll back onto your back. If you're taking a regular pigeon, meet up in downward facing dog. So however you wanna get there, if you wanna give yourself a boat pose, couple breaths, then cross your ankles, plant your hands, step or hop back. You can move through a vinyasa if you want. Doesn't have to be fancy, just downward facing dog, however you want to arrive. And take just a moment, walk it out. Maybe notice difference between right side and left side. I'll just let you, as you are ready, come into pigeon on your left. So in your own time, set yourself up intentionally. So even in pigeon, that balance of effort and ease, softness and strength, stability with flexibility. Send your breath down into your low back, down into your hips. See if you can notice, where do you tense up when you're uncomfortable? Where do you resist? Is there a way that you can soften a little more just by noticing? So mindfulness is just doing whatever you're doing fully. So rather than kind of being in your pigeon pose and kind of thinking about your grocery list, just be in your pigeon pose, be in your body. Notice what's flowing through you. If this is the only time during your day where you're completely and fully present with yourself, be completely and fully present with yourself right here, right now. Take about 3 more rounds. Big, spacious breaths. See if you can breathe even bigger and deeper than you thought you could. Open mouth sighs at any time. Then I will leave it up to you when you feel pretty much even on both sides. And I would say in your next couple breaths or so, start a transition into a seated position, slowly, intentionally. Once you are seated, you can take both legs out in front of you, just kind of shake them out for a moment. And then eventually set yourself up in that seated tree pose with the sole of your left foot to your right inner thigh, allowing your hips to open towards the windows. So sit up super tall, press your foot into your leg, leg into your foot, flex your right toes straight up towards the ceiling, back towards your shin. Right hand to your thigh, left arm to the sky. Big inhale. As you exhale, up and over towards the front of the room. So right fingertips slide down your right leg, left arm reaches up and forward. Left bicep should be next to your ear rather than in front of your face. Keep your sit bones rooted. Keep your foot pressing into your leg, leg back into your foot. Maybe your right forearm comes inside your right leg and you can use that as gentle leverage to open your heart more. Breathe. How much space can you create just by breathing bigger, just by breathing deeper? Last couple of rounds. Keep that flexion through your right toes. Make sure they're not rocking back, but they're facing straight up. Next time you inhale, lift your upper body. Take your arms to the sky. Exhale, left hand comes down behind you, fingers face away. And then press into your left hand as you press down, lift your hips. You can root through your right foot, reach your right arm back. So lots of length. The modified side plank or a modified wild thing, you choose. One more big inhale, fill up as big as you can. Lion's breath as you exhale, stick out your tongue, cross your eyes, maybe make a little noise. Good. And then sit bones down. That little ninja sweep. So right arm all the way forward and back behind you. Reach your left arm forward, grab wherever you can. So maybe your right foot, maybe your ankle. Yeah, work your hips, or I should say work your upper body, square towards your front leg. So pull your right butt cheek back as you lengthen through your low spine. Telescope your ribs, forehead towards your shin, nose towards your knee. Keep that flexion in your right toes. Take a couple more breaths. Good job. Last exhale, dive as deep as you can. See if you can press down through the back of your right thigh. End of your exhale, just roll it up one vertebra at a time. And this time, we'll take windshield wiper on our back. So you can extend your left leg forward, maybe shake your legs out, and then everybody come all the way down. Once you are on your back, feet on the ground with knees bent, take your feet out nice and wide, and then side to side with your knees, windshield wiper pose. You can tee out your arms or goal post your arms on the ground. Take these slow. The slower you go, the more you can feel. As your knees fall to one side, really work that top knee forward and down, little flexion in your feet. Next time your knees fall to the right, keep them there for about 3 breaths or so. And if you want, you can bring the outer edge of your right foot to the outside of your left knee and use your right foot to encourage your left knee further forward, further down. Good job. Yeah, and if there's a different variation you're feeling, that's fine with me. And your next breath or two, switch to the other side. If the back of your right ribs lifts a lot, that's okay. But have the intention of pressing down through the back of your right ribs as much as you can. Good job. When you feel pretty even on both sides, come back to center, and for a moment, just let both of your knees fall in. Feet stay wide. The outer edges of your feet lift, that's okay. And just feel the space in your low back, your pelvic bowl. Breathe down into that space for a moment. Just let your body relax in this position. This is constructive rest. So you're resting. There's still stuff happening slowly. There's still space being created slowly. If you feel really good right here, you want to stay here longer, totally up to you. If you want, you can give yourself about 5 to 7 breaths to finish off your own practice. So maybe you want to take a happy baby. Maybe you just want to give your knees one last big squeeze or take a little rock. Maybe you want to finish your practice with an inversion of some sort. So take your time, my friends, and then slowly, mindfully transition into your final resting pose. It can be the traditional corpse pose or any other position that will allow you to just relax and surrender and let go. If you like to take Shavasana in seated meditation, that's totally fine as well. Just a thought as you settle into your Shavasana. It's very simple. Just as the more comfortable you become in your own skin, the less you need to manufacture the world around you for comfort. The more comfortable you become in your own skin, the less you need to manufacture the world around you for comfort. So the more we can just be with ourselves, be comfortable with who we are and how we are in this present moment, the less we need to control, the less we need to attach. For these last few moments, explore just being in your own body, in your own skin. Letting whatever's there just have the space to flow through without judgment. Simply just observation. Soak in all the efforts and the energy of your practice for these last few moments. Shavasana. Take a deep breath in. And then let it go, sigh it out. Slowly bring gentle movement back into your body. Wiggle fingers and toes. Maybe give yourself a little temple or forehead massage. And then as you're ready, ease your way into a fetal position on either side. Give yourself a couple of breaths, just in this nurturing pose, letting your practice really settle and integrate inside of you. And then using your arms, begin your journey back up into seated meditation. So ending same place we began. Sit up tall, close your eyes, and gather your hands to your heart. And bow your head to your heart. Acknowledge yourself for being here, for making the effort to show up, to roll out your mat, to do your practice. Thank you so, so much for letting me guide you. The light in me sees and reflects the light in you. Namaste. Thank you everyone so much for being here. So glad you came. If you have any questions, always I am here for you. If you want to do my Zoom class, do Zoom breathwork. I feel like people think Zoom breathwork is going to be stupid because it's on Zoom, but I actually love Zoom breathwork personally. During the pandemic, that's how I kind of fell in love with breathwork, was through Zoom. The trick of it is you just have to set yourself up intentionally. If you set yourself up on your computer in your kitchen and you have like all this stuff going on around you, it's going to be stupid. But if you can have a free space, like a private room, set yourself up, maybe like some Palo Santo, just make yourself really comfortable, then it will be awesome. And also headphones. You have to have like either just some sort of good audio, not just computer, not just phone, in my personal opinion. And it's really actually nice because you can turn the music up really loud. If you like it really loud, you can turn it down softer if you don't. So just throwing it out there. Bye, Mom. Love you.